Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So today we're here to do another subscriber request. It was requested by actually a couple of you guys for my queen, my goddess, my end-all be-all, Miss Kelly Clarkson. And she covered Rise Up by Andra during her Meaning of Life Minute in a Glass of Wine segment, and I think when she was in Indianapolis or something, the video said. So that's what we're here to do. I don't believe that I've heard the original version of the song by Andra. I've heard Andra sing before, and she bad. She got some vocals on her. But I first heard the song a couple weeks ago when I had an influx of requests in the comments to react to Morissette singing the song. So I reacted to that. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. Morissette slayed the hell out of the song. It was fantastic. She was singing along with the track. I'm assuming that track she was singing was similar to the original version's music. But I know Kelly tends to switch things up a little bit when it comes to like the orchestration, or because she's usually singing with her band. So I feel like this probably might be a little bit more stripped down instrumentally than what Morissette was singing to. So I'm just going to get a different version. I'm not going to say that one version is better than the other, because Morissette is insanely talented and Kelly Clarkson is my goddess, and I ain't trying to upset nobody in the comments. But I'm just going to say that I'm going to get two totally different versions. That's what I'm expecting to get right now. So without further ado, let's just get all up into this.
But anyway,
this is Jason's idea. Actually, Jason Albert, my musical director.
Hey, Jason.
He had this idea because I love music, I love current music, and honestly, it's how I got in the industry and how people knew me versus singing other people's songs. So, it's just natural, it makes sense. But we've been doing it for years, and you start to run out of songs, honestly. You start to go, what am I not cover? But this song was kind of shocked I hadn't covered because it's such a popular song, and it's just she's such a beautiful singer. I actually met her once. It's so random because we both aren't generally country singers, but we were both at a country event singing, and her name was Andra.
Interesting.
Super good, super good. But anyway, I'm just gonna pull my French out because it's locked up. Don't lock the French out. Let it fly. Let it be free. I'm supposed to fix that. We're so put together. There are my girls out there. Oh my God, I love y'all. At some point, I need to know your name. They would be fun to anyone. Or just say, or something to drink. I don't have a problem. I really drink. But anyway, this song that she sings is beautiful. It's probably one of her most well-known songs. But I'm going to do my own little twist on it tonight with my band. They're so talented.
Yeah, snaps for the band.
They're not all out here yet, so I'll do that again later. But anyway, we switch it out depending on the songs, so we're just going to show it. But anyway, so
Interesting, I didn't know that.
also, I was supposed to say, and I totally forgot because I literally have food. I don't know what's happening in my body right now. But I totally forgot. That this is actually pre-game too. Like, we decided to go live as well because they gave me a TV show, which I thought was kind of...
Which I'm excited about. Can't wait to watch that.
What? And then I was like, what? And then I was like, that's for you, Miss Topher, who said I've talked too much in class. I did talk too much in class, it's disrespectful. Which is funny because my mom was a teacher, so you think I know better, but I don't know, I just think that out of class. I don't know. But anyway, I do generally love talking. And so I'm really very excited because we're actually going to incorporate what Jason created on stage on tour. We're doing that every show on the TV show as well.
So I love how she is kind of sort of like me in the aspect that we just babble, because it's been about 3 minutes that I've been watching this video so far, and there still has been zero singing.
I'm super sad about it.
I just tend to babble arbitrarily, except she's far more adorable at it. People
Anyway,
love
this
her
song
for
is
a
so
lot.
beautiful, and I hope I don't cry because we practiced this today, and I don't think I made it through once, but it's just such a moving song. But anyway, this is
You guys, like, she's just so good. Like, I say it every time. I don't know how many times I can say it before you guys get sick of me saying it, but she is just so good. So insanely good. Like, I couldn't help but do a comparison in my head to Morissette's version, just because Morissette's version was the only version that I had heard up until this point. I really should go listen to the original, because I just should. But, like, vocally, like, I've heard Morissette's a million times in my head. whether through my reaction video, other people's reaction videos, or just listening to the actual performance itself. So like when Kelly was singing, like I'm just hearing where Morissette went with the song at that particular point and where Kelly deviated somewhere else. And like it was just, there were two, like I said at the beginning, two different ways at interpreting the song. Like they weren't, it's almost like they weren't singing the same song, but they were. But they were singing it from a different place. Like Morissette, like, if you've heard her, you know her technique is insane. It's damn near perfection, if not perfection. She is just sickening how amazingly perfect her technique is. And there are a lot of people who have great technique but don't have that sense of artistry or don't have that sense of being able to convey emotion with it. And she has that combination where she's a great technician, but she's also a great interpreter of songs, and she makes great creative choices and whatnot. And Kelly is someone who, she is all emotion. Like she's got good technique as well. I would go out on a limb and say Morissette's technique is probably better, just because Morissette's technique is better than a lot of people's, because she's freaking insane. But Kelly is all about the emotion, so much to the point that she, when singing certain songs, she gets caught up in that emotion. And like she said before she even started, she hopes she doesn't start crying, because when she was practicing it, she didn't think she could get through without crying. And then you could see her getting choked up and wanting to cry there towards the end of the bridge. And that, it just hits you differently. Like they just hit me in different places. Like Morissette's is very just like awe-inspiring kind of, oh my god, this is freaking insane. Like, does her voice have any kind of limits? And Kelly's hits me in a way that it touches on a different kind of emotion. The emotion that, I don't even know how I want to word this. Like I feel like it, I don't feel like crying, but like it touches on that kind of emotion that would make me want to cry. Not because I'm sad, but I'm crying from how emotionally driven her performance is. I'm crying from the inspiration that I'm getting from her performance. Whereas Morissette, I'm in awe. So I'm in awe of how Morissette sings her version, and I'm emotionally touched by how Kelly sings her version. So like I said, two completely different versions, but they're both insanely amazing. One thing I will point out about Kelly that I've noticed in a lot of her performances when she gets emotional and she starts crying that I just don't understand is how you can sit there and be on the verge of tears or even start crying and not lose your head voice, your falsetto. Like anytime she gets into the verge of crying, like immediately, like 3 seconds later or something, she's flipping up into her head voice, into her falsetto, and it makes absolutely no sense to me. Because for me, I know that I have sung a number of times where either I was crying when I started singing, or the song touched on something and I might have been going through something, feeling some type of way, and started singing in the midst of crying and whatnot. And this, my head voice, falsetto, all that stuff, that's the first thing to go for me. Like it's gone. It is just non-existent anymore. It's just cracky and breaky and it's just gone. My chest and all the stuff down here is perfectly fine and I just have to flip everything down. But for her, for whatever reason, she starts busting out into tears and all of a sudden her head voice is like fully intact, if not stronger than it was before. And it just makes no sense to me. So I'm like, how do you do that? Like how do you, and then like she's, it don't make no sense to me. None whatsoever. And that's just another reason that I love her, because she defies logic. Her voice defies all kind of logic. It don't make no kind of sense to me that you can, it just doesn't. It doesn't. But I love her for it. I love this version. I'm going to have to, like I said, listen to Andra Day's version of the song, because if these two totally different but totally amazing singers both come to cover this song in their own right, then obviously it must be a fantastic song originally to have attracted both of these people to it. So I'm going to give that a listen as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And until the next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Mwah.